Evening. Here we go. We've been drinking all day, Craig. How's the garden coming along? With the turf and everything being delivered at 7 o'clock this morning. Give it a few minutes for a few others to arrive. Please say hello when you arrived, if you can. If you've got the ability, do say hello. Sorry, okay, please. Oh, Blobby, hello. It's jolly cool then. Jonesy. Hi, Mum. For those who are ready, who would like to have a tack at the anagram round, the anagram round is a brands. Oh, I'm going to start blushing. You can see it through the ginger beard. The anagram round is brands. Baz, hello. Jake, hello. So those of you who want to have a look and attack the anagrams, the round is brands, brand names. If you haven't already had a go. Louise, hello. How's Richie? Hello, Nine Albion. Mim and Mum and Min. Mim, thanks for getting those updates on the Insta with your friends in the fields. Macclesfield. Alison, thank you for your email this morning. Hope everyone's having a fun VE day. I'll give it a couple of minutes and then we'll start the first round. Oh, we got a like. Look at that. Is that because I put my collar down? Right. Give it 2 minutes and then we'll get started to see if anyone else arrives. I think there's going to be less numbers. I think most people are getting drunk today, which I will be joining them on. Sarah, she's back. Back for more. You got your takeaway this time? All sorted with the takeaway? Right, I'll get... I'll give it 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Right. Right. Hello. I'll get the puppy up in a minute, Bobby. He's being supervised downstairs. I'll see if he's available to come up. Actually, she's watching us. Becky, do you want to bring the puppy up when you get a chance? Right, we're going to go for it. Let's go for it. So, first round on theme, VE Day. The first round is We Will Remember Them. Or we will remember some things anyway. Most of you will be probably remembering how daunting it is to see my terrible outfits. So this is my history outfit. So, question 1 from We Will Remember Them. Are we all ready? I'll take that silence as a yes. We're good to go. All right. Question 1. Can you name the 2 alliances that were formed in World War II? So, can you name the 2 alliances that were formed in World War II? You were watching. That was a test to see if you're watching.
I am, of course I'm watching.
Hello. Like, who's that? You had black hair on a minute ago. Hello. Oh, there we go. It's hello. So you have to look at yourself.
He's excited. He's excited.
There you go. Look at that bit. What's happening? You're a bit fidgety.
He's very fidgety, yeah.
Hello. What's that wig on your head? I
No, you take.
there. Okay. There you go.
Thank you.
You can log off now, Bobby. Off you go.
Where's the face?
It's there.
Oh, thanks. Calm now.
Oh, look at that. It's calmed down now. It's just a scary wig I was wearing. Probably freaked him out. Right, we've got question 1. Sorry, okay. Go on, you're distracting them. You're distracting them, puppy. We're here to do a quiz, not see you. Right, okay, so question 1 we've done. Question 2. So, when was Pearl Harbor attacked by the Japanese? When was Pearl Harbor attacked by the Japanese? It's question 2. I will take. You get 2 points if you can get the day, the month, and the year. But I will give you a point if you at least get the month and the year. I'll give you 3 points. So that's a 3-point one. So if you get the actual date it happened, then you get 3 points. If you get the month and the year, you get 2 points. If you just get the year, you get 1 point. There you go. See, I'm generous on VE Day. Generous on VE Day. Question 3. Who was the Prime Minister of Great Britain prior to Winston Churchill? So Winston Churchill saw out World War II, but who was Prime Minister at the start of World War II? Well, finally you've come to use. That's good. So who was the Prime Minister prior to Winston Churchill at the start of World War II? Question 4. What day of the week was the first VE Day? If you need a multiple choice, I can read out 7 days of the week, but I'm looking for which was the first day of, what day was the first VE Day on? Was it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday? Question 5. Which was the last nation to surrender in World War II? Which was the last nation to surrender in World War II? am I going slow enough for everyone? Question 6. Which 3 European nations remained neutral throughout World War II? Which 3 European nations remained neutral throughout World War II? You will get a point for each nation you get correct. They are European nations that stayed neutral throughout. This is where I'll probably get some argument, but I think I've got a defense for it. I can actually hear myself echoed on the TV downstairs. Question 7. Who surrendered on behalf of the Germans at the end of World War II after Hitler committed suicide on April the 30th in Berlin? So that was who surrendered on behalf of the Germans at the end of World War II after Hitler committed suicide on April the 30th in Berlin. That wasn't a hint. Question 8. What part of the British Isles did the Nazi occupy during World War II? What part of the British Isles did the Nazis occupy during World War II? Question 9. What does VE Day actually stand for? What does VE Day actually stand for? And then question 10. What was the German bombing campaign against the UK better known as? What was the German bombing campaign against the UK better known as? That's question 10. Any repeats? Any repeats from that round? Come on, people, type up. Say hello. My partner in crime's downstairs until the puppy's asleep. Any repeats? Or did I actually go at the right pace this time? Hey, Moira. Nice you to join us. Is it you or are you a gang today? Or a flock of birds? I'm assuming you're going to want me to repeat all 10 questions. So any repeats from the first round? Shock horror. I guess, Alexa. So you want more? You want questions 1 and 2 repeated? Is that right? So question 1 was: can you name the 2 alliances that were formed in World War II? And number 2 was: when was Pearl Harbor attacked by the Japanese? You get 3 points for that one. So if you're going to say the whole date, you get 3 points. If you can get the month and the year, you get 2 points. If you get the year, you get 1 point. Lawrence, yeah, the anagram round is brand names. So company brand names. Any more repeats? No? Somebody move off. I'll stop my hair. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Question 10, Jonesy. Question 10, yeah, sure. Question 10 is, what was the German bombing campaign against the UK better known as? What was the German bombing campaign against the UK better known as? Was question 10. Any other repeats? Got any new faces on today? Any newbies? First timers? Ah, we have another Canadian on board. Excellent. Can run through the questions a bit later. I'm just going to crack on with round 2. So you've only missed 1 round. Jones did just say question 10 again, which was, what was the German bombing campaign against the UK better known as? That was question 10. What was the German bombing campaign against the UK better known as? Jones, you're going to get yourself in trouble with the lady downstairs. She hates repeats over and over and over and over again. Anyway, right. So round two. The theme of this is what an achievement. What an achievement. So question 1. What did Captain or Colonel Tom achieve to raise £32 million for the NHS charities recently? So what did Captain or Colonel Tom achieve in order to raise £32 million for the NHS charities? It wasn't an amazing quiz. But what did he have to achieve? It was quite impressive what he did for the NHS charities. Question two. Which brothers finally achieved mankind's quest to fly? Which brothers finally achieved mankind's quest to fly? You get a bonus point on that if you guess the year as well as the name of the brothers. Question three. Who coined the phrase, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind"? Who coined the phrase, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind"? Well, it's a special day. I'm feeling generous, so I'm going to give out some bonus points. Everyone's getting a bit down about how hard it was. Okay, sorry, James. I'll take it back. Question four. Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay were the first to reach the Everest summit, but when did they achieve this? Was it 1950, 1957, or 1953? So Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay were the first to reach the Everest summit, but when did they achieve this? Was it 1950, 1957, or 1953? Question five. What was the first ever vaccine created? What was the first ever vaccine created? Was it for smallpox, Spanish flu, or TB? So which was the first vaccine ever created? Was it Spanish flu, TB, or smallpox? Question 6. What is the current 100-meter men's world record time? What is the current 100 meters men's world record time? And who ran it? 2 points. So who ran it? Question 7. Who is the most followed person on Instagram? Who is the most followed person on Instagram? Well, Steve's very generous. You know, go for it. You hand bonus points out as much as you like. I'll have to Google the answer for that though, Sarah, to check if it's a bonus point worthy though. Question 7 was who was most followed person on Instagram. Question 8 was what was the first ever text message sent? What was the first ever text message sent? It was 2 words. What was the first ever text message sent? It was just 2 words. And question 9. Which was the first country in Europe to allow women to vote? Which was the first country in Europe to allow women to vote? Was it Sweden, Finland, or Norway? And question 10. Lastly, what was the first ever Walt Disney film? What was the first ever Walt Disney film? Was it Cinderella, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, or Jungle Book? What's Fritz? On the Fritz. Let's translate that into English. Canadian lingo. Right, any repeats for that round? Come on, chatter up, people. No one's talking to you here. What were the options for 10? The answer I wrote wasn't one of them. Okay. That's a good start. Yeah, so the options were Cinderella, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, or Jungle Book. And question 8 again, please, Joe. Yeah, what was the first ever text message sent? It was simply 2 words. What was the first ever Walt Disney film created? Was it Cinderella, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, or Jungle Book? Thanks, Maura. You can, yeah, Lawrence. If you've got the year for it, then yeah, I'm happy to chuck a bonus point in for you. I'll have to Google that one as well, but it's fine. Give me something to do. Right. So that's it. Any more? Please shout out. We are on to round 3 shortly. Just to remind everyone, at 9 o'clock, I'm going to have a quick 10 minutes, probably 10-minute pause, because there's Sing Out Loud. We'll meet again at 9 o'clock. So I will take part in that. But I can't imagine our singing taking 10 minutes, but I just don't want to over promise and under deliver. So we'll have a few minutes at 9 o'clock to have a break. So we'll probably be ready for the answers, or hopefully finish the answers by then, but just got to warn you. Right, round 3 in 2 minutes. Great. Question 9 was, which was the first country in Europe to allow women to vote? Sweden, Finland, or Norway? The anagrams are brand names, so company brand names. Right. Right, ready for round 3? No, Mim, I won't take you with us because I can't sing very well, and no one needs to hear that. Bad enough you have to see me like this. Right, we're all here. How are we getting on with the anagrams? On to round 3 now. You want me to wear this while I'm singing outside? Yeah. Well, I've got a nice little neck piece. Very expensive. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I felt I let you all down last week, so I had to thought about my game this week. Right, round 3, ladies and gents. The round is, this is so very random, hence the outfit. Right, question 1, and I'll be impressed if we get like some high scores in this round. Question 1, the average person does what 13 times a day? Question 1, the average person does what 13 times a day? Please keep your answers clean. Question 2, an American does what on average 22 times a day? An American does what on average 22 times a day? That's a lovely pink gin. And question 3. What is the most common colour of toilet paper in France? Is it yellow, blue, or pink? What is the most common colour of toilet paper in France? Is it yellow, blue, or pink? Question 4. Which famous British writer created the term vomit? Which famous British writer created the word vomit? I'm going to give you some hints there. They're famous, they're British, and they're a writer. And I'm assuming you'll work out it's not in the last sort of 10 years that word's been invented, or 30. I'm molting. Baz, I can, yeah. What an American does what on average 22 times a day? That's question 2. Question 5. True or false? Can you sneeze in your sleep? True or false? Can you sneeze in your sleep? Question 6. Which European country has 158 verses to its national anthem? Which country has 158 verses in its national anthem? It's a European country with 158 verses in its national anthem. You wouldn't want to be waiting to listen to that on a cold day on the sports field. Question 7. If you dug a hole through the centre of the earth, starting from Wellington in New Zealand, which European country would you end up in? It's Spain, Portugal, or France? I'm so generous this week. I'm giving you so many multiple choice answers. Is the puppy asleep yet? Am I having company soon? Question 8. It is illegal in Texas, USA, to put what on your neighbour's cow? It is illegal in Texas. Oh, damn, he's not asleep yet. It's illegal in Texas to put what on your neighbour's cow? If you're wondering what this is all about, the round is called the very random round. It's very random. Question 9. Question 9. The UK's Dyslexia Research Trust is based in which British city? The UK's Dyslexia Research Trust is based in which British city? And finally, question 10. In which country are there 6 villages called Scilly, 12 called Billy, and 2 called Pratt? In which European country are there 6 villages called Scilly, 12 called Billy, and 2 called Pratt? Right, any repeats? I don't know, Mum. I've not looked into that far. Well, there's still time. You're only on third round, so you've still got 2 rounds to go, Bobby. Don't get your starting just yet. So any more repeats? Any more likes? Come on, let's get the likes up again. I made more effort with my wigs this week. And my outfits. Although I am missing the talent. She's downstairs babysitting our dog. Oh, we got 7 likes. There we go. Ticking along. Also, just check the Just Giving page. There's some late donations, some massive donations. So thank you very much, everyone. We are literally £5 away from 1,100, which is great. So thank you all so very much for that. Yeah, I was looking at a few hundred quid when I started this. So the fact we've got that past thousands, I'm chuffed to bits with. So thanks for that. Sorry, I just need to set my alarm to make sure I cancel or pause at 9. Take 2 minutes to run downstairs, it's fine. So yeah, so thanks again for everyone who's generously donated. Right, we are on to where are we? Round. Mix it up now. Round 4. Round 4. So this one is called That Date is Famous for What? Yet again, a little bit. Oh, Louise, thanks. Stop it. I'm blushing again. That date is famous for what? Is this round? It's just going to be very random, but we'll see what you know. Question 1. So I'm guessing there's no other repeats in the last round because no one piped up, so we're good to go. I'm assuming good to go. Okay, good. Good, science is good. Question 1. 12th of Feb is either International Day of Women and Girls in Science. Jones is out. Was number 9. So 12th of Feb is either International Day of Women and Girls in Science or National Productivity Day. So the 12th of Feb is either International Day of Women and Girls in Science or National Productivity Day. Question 2. April the 26th is famous for being World Intellectual Property Day, or is it World Malaria Day? When I was reading through all these, they were like, wow, so many to choose on. So April 26th is famous for being World Intellectual Property Day, or is it Malaria Day? April the 26th. Question 3, on June the 1st, you could be celebrating World Food Safety Day, or you could be saving and celebrating on World Milk Day. Which one is it? Question 4. You might also be celebrating in June, the 15th, that is, World Blood Donor Day or World Wind Day. Yes, it is quite random. I'm running out of things to keep you guys all interested. Right, question 5. July the 15th is a very, very special day in the UK. But what do we celebrate? Is it World Youth Skills Day or my birthday? And moving on. Question 6. But if I head back to June again, June the 21st is now either National Selfie Day. You're going to answer that. Well done, Moira. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You better not. But if I head back to June again, June 21st is now either National Selfie Day or Father's Day. Which one is it? June the 21st is now either National Selfie Day or Father's Day. Question 7. International Day of the Disappeared. The International Day of the Disappeared is celebrated on which day? Is it the 30th of August or February the 29th? International Day of the Disappeared is celebrated on which day? Is it 30th of August or 29th of February? Question 8. Schools start back in normal years, start back at the start of September for a new year. But when is National Teachers' Day? Is it 3rd, 4th, or 5th of September? So school starts back traditionally in September for the start of a new year. But when is National Teachers' Day? Is it 3rd, 4th, or 5th of September? And then we are on to question 9. When you thought you couldn't have any more random days to celebrate, on the 19th of September, you could celebrate one of these: International Talk Like a Pirate Day or World Hello Day. Oh, bugger. Now she's expecting a gift because I mentioned about the trainings day, teacher day. Right. So question 10, an important part of the household items has its very own celebration day on the 19th of November. But what do you celebrate from your household items? Is it World Toilet Day? Is it World Shower Day? Or is it World Oven Day? Question 10. So an important part of the household items has its very own celebration day on the 19th of November. But what do you celebrate from your household items? Is it World Toilet Day? Is it World Shower Day? Or is it World Oven Day? And you'll be pleased to know that's the end of that round. Any randomly weird repeats that people require? I have a feeling, obviously, it's very bottled up, so I get that. Or Jay, just buy a new calendar. That's the other option. Saves you time. How are we getting on so far, people? We've got some good scores. We've got one more round to go. Just give me a second. Take off this medallion. Not my gin and tonic, hopefully. Are we all there? We're good to go? Good to go? Thumbs up if you're ready to go. Come on. Stay alert, people. Good to go, good to go. I'm not wearing my golf trousers now. Big stream. No one actually sees my legs. Thank you very much. It's part of my blobby golf outfit I wear, yes. I also tend to wear this whenever I play golf. Okay, I would have been wearing that next weekend. We actually had to delete that from our calendar yesterday. I was very disappointed. I was supposed to be on a golf tour next weekend, but that's not completely happening now. I do have some great golf trousers, which I've embarrassed Sarah on at many an event. If you're gonna do golf, you have to do it in style. There's a problem with my connection. Are we still there? Do we have a pause? Everyone okay? I just got a notification on the screen saying there's a poor connection. Hopefully not everyone's cut off. All right. I'm back. Yay. Okay, good. I'm back. Excellent. Fantastic. That was annoying. Right. Okay, let's crack on with the final round. So you've already guessed it. It's not golfing day. It's sports round. But yeah, sorry about that blip. Technical error. Should have pretty good ball round, but right. So we're on to the final round. And it's been a while since we've had one, but we're having a sports round again. So on the sort of random themes, here we go. Question 1. The first ice hockey puck was made out of what? The very first ice hockey puck that they used was made out of what? Jamesy, don't be so negative. Come on, give yourself a chance. But Becky got about 3 of these, so you'll be fine. He needs to wash his glove. Question 2. Which sport is played by the LA Lakers and the New York Knicks? Which sport is played by the LA Lakers and the New York Knicks? Question 3. Who was the first ever who ran the first ever 4-minute mile? That's question 3. Who ran the first ever 4-minute mile? Question 4. Which popular sport did Mark Twain allegedly call a good walk spoiled? Which popular sport did Mark Twain allegedly call a good walk spoiled? Is it actually Churchill as well? Okay, sorry. I got Mark Twain on my research. It's going so smoothly with no questions yet, but okay. No challenges. Question 5. What sport is called the Sport of Kings, in which players cannot play left-handed and is played in time periods called chukkers. So that is, what sport is called the Sport of Kings, in which players cannot play left-handed and is played in time periods called chukkers? Thank you for the clarification. I don't mind being dissed. I'm used to it. Actually, if I had a week where I went round and I didn't get a question questionable or incorrect slightly, be a bit of a surprise, please. Chuffed. Concerned. Question 6. A wife-carrying festival is held annually in Finland and requires a man to negotiate a 253.5 meter course while carrying their wife on their back. The major prize is their wife's weight in reindeer, beer, or herring? So a wife-carrying festival is held annually in Finland and requires a man to negotiate 253.5 meters of a course while carrying their wife on their back. The major prize is their wife's weight in reindeer, herring, or beer. I knew you were going to pick up on that one. Becky picked up on it as well. That's why I had to work on my defences here. I have an answer for it. Question 7. Famous English cricketer Freddie Flintoff has a world record. Well, he actually had 15 at one point. World record for doing what with his bum in 30 seconds? Was it? Yeah, she is very wise. Was it popping 30 balloons, crushing 24 watermelons, or breaking 42 eggs? So, famous English cricketer Freddie Flintoff has a world record for doing what with his bum in 30 seconds? Was it popping 30 balloons, crushing 24 watermelons, or breaking 42 eggs? Yes, unfortunately, when it comes to World War II and history, she is very, very wise. Question 8. What is Muhammad Ali's real name? What is Muhammad Ali's real name? Question 9. In which sport do competitors refer to catching a crab? In which sport do competitors refer to catching a crab? And finally, a full circle back to the VE Day theme. Which was the first senior English football team to play a match on German soil following VE Day? So, which was the first senior English football team to play a match on German soil following VE Day? And that concludes the quiz. Any repeats from any rounds? If you want to shout out now, I can go back and repeat them. Anagrams were company brand names. We'll give you a couple minutes. I don't know why I was panicking at 9 o'clock. Multiple choice. Do you want options? For the football one. 7 was the famous English cricketer Freddie Flintoff has a world record for doing what with his bum in 30 seconds? Was it popping 30 balloons, crushing 24 watermelons, or breaking 42 eggs? Don't worry about it being tricky. Just do your best. Do your best. That's all we can ask. Right, while you're all kind of doing your thing, and I go through and sort of do the answers. Quick thing, I did send out an email earlier this morning, so apologies that was supposed to be yesterday. But I guess the question I was kind of wanting to get answered is, are people wanting for this to continue? I've had some lovely emails back. No, well, thanks. I was just about to say, yes, well, there you go. Preempted where I was about to go. So thanks, Bobby. Yeah, so I don't mind doing them. I enjoy them. It's a bit more enjoyable when my partner's here, not babysitting our dog or my boys. Yeah, I think she actually has the brunt end of this deal. I just have to sit here and read to you lot. But yeah, it's a bit more fun when she's here. And obviously she brings the talent with the guitar. So yeah, if you guys are going to continue on, I said I don't mind doing it. Just let's keep the numbers up. If you want to invite more people, please do. But if you just want to, well, okay, I'm guessing from the gist of things that people are wanting to continue because I had a few lovely emails. But I say it's a little bit of work if it's just 5 or 6 people. So I just wanted to check people are keen to carry on. But yeah, it sounds like we'll be continuing. Oh, the dog's asleep. You come to read out the answers? No. Okay, you just come to say hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I've got the dog camera quickly.
Yeah, he's not really asleep that much.
No, well, he's missed me. That's all. That's what it is. Yeah. Sorry. So okay. Well, yeah. All right. Thanks for that. It looks like we're carrying on. What I might do though during the week is if people want to have suggestions of what rounds, because everyone kind of sort of put with whatever I've given them. So if you have any suggestions of rounds you want to have on, or anything like that,
questions.
or if you want to write some questions, feel free. I'm happy to have some guest rounds in from people. But yeah, so we'll crack on and do it again then, if people are keen. So I was going to set a total of 1,100 to get here next week, but we're on £1,105.
Yeah, you got to aim high.
I have aimed high. I aimed on 500 quid max, and now we're on 1,100.
Amazing.
Mario, well then you could do the food round if you like, or I'll do it again. It's fine. If you want to do a round, I'll do a food round for you next week. So I've got food rounds next week. Okay. Right. Are we ready for the answers, people? Yes. Yes. Which one was first? That one. How do you get on? Where's your answer sheet?
I didn't do it.
You're just going to cheat and look at the answers now, aren't you? Right. Okay. So you can take the hats off in here. It's so hot. Right. Are we ready? Have we swapped answer sheets? Changed pen colours? I don't know why I need a pen. Right, question 1, round 1, we will remember them. So, question 1 was, can you name 2 alliances that were formed in World War II? It was the Axis and the Allies. What's the answers? It was the Axis and the Allies. Axis and the Allies. Let me say it properly. So, question 2, when was Pearl Harbor attacked by the Japanese? Oh, thanks, Rory. When was Pearl Harbor attacked by the Japanese? I gave you a potential 3 points here because I'm so generous this evening. So the answer was the 7th of December, 1941. So you get a point for any part of that you get right. Okay, so question 3. Who was the Prime Minister of Great Britain prior to Winston Churchill taking over in World War II? The answer was Neville Chamberlain. Neville Chamberlain. Question 4. What day of the week was the first ever VE Day? The answer was Tuesday. The answer was Tuesday. Question 5. I've crossed out all the questions, so I'll see what they are.
Why did you do that?
So I knew which one I didn't have to repeat. So I just crossed out.
Right.
I think I've done that one. What number am I on now? Sorry. So, which was the last nation to surrender? It was Japan in September, 2nd of September, 1945. So they were the last to surrender. Question 6. Which 3 European nations remained neutral throughout World War II? Here comes the abuse. I have Switzerland, Sweden, and Spain. And I've included Spain on there because they didn't actually take part in the war, from what I understand. However, they allowed their soldiers or their people to go and fight, but only against the Russians. Portugal.
I told you you'd get backlash from this.
Yeah, all right. I'm not going to argue with you, Bobby. If you did a degree on it, that's fine. Crack on. Okay, apparently so there's Portugal's an option as well. There you go. So you have potentially 4 options there.
It'd be an option.
Yeah. No. Don't be like that. Why do you have to go so far? Right. Okay. Fine. We've got 4 answers. Ignore my question. Right. Question 7. Who surrendered on behalf of Germany at the end of World War II after Hitler committed suicide on April the 30th in Berlin? The answer was Karl Donitz. Donitz. Karl Donitz. Donitz. Okay. Donitz. Question. How was it? I can't put that as part of Great Britain, really. Surely. Okay. All right. Fine. 5 options. You have 5 options: Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, Ireland, and Portugal. Apparently. Okay. Any more? Any more? Can you think of any more?
No, like it's fine.
No. Thanks, Jake. At least someone remembers that I'm the quiz master. But anyway, I'm here to please all. Anyway, so moving on. What part of the British Isles did the Nazis occupy during World War II? That's because.
That's what I mean. So many.
You just say there was that many. They've written names.
I said that's a very tenuous question because.
Well, you need to be firmer with your answer.
Okay.
Anyway.
Well done to anyone who said countries.
Any of those 8
involved.
options. Yeah, well done.
There was actually only a few countries involved.
Right. Oh, so Jake's changed it. Jake's just told me you're the quiz master. Don't give it.
And then he's like,
and he's like, oh, Vatican City, I'll take it. Yeah. Fine, Jake. Turncoat. Right. Anyway, moving on. So, what part of the British Isles did the Nazis occupy during World War II? The answer I have is Channel Islands, and that is the one I'm going to stick to. Finally, question 9. Well, the rest of them they can't really question me on. The other rounds anyway. What does VE Day stand for? And the answer is Victory in Europe Day. Yeah, Jake, I got your number. Question 10. What was the German bombing campaign against the UK better known as? It was known as the Blitz. The Blitz. Oh, it's smashing it through round 1. Point for each of the cities. Yes, you get a point for each of the countries. Yes, fine. If you put 8 down, well done. Even though the question only asked for 3.
Only competing against yourselves.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Robert. There you go. Wow, we're going to start a big debate on World War II here. It's just getting mind-blowing. Right.
My great niece, who was half Portuguese, was in the. It's just crazy.
Okay. Oh, really? All right. Okay. I'm moving on to round 2. You guys can argue amongst yourselves alongside there.
This is the power of history.
The power of
The
history.
passion that's going on right
I know,
now.
it's amazing. Well, we are on a very historic day.
Yeah.
75th
Yeah.
VE Day. Pretty impressive. Right, question, and talking about impressive, we're going on to what an achievement round. So, question
Nice
was,
segue.
I know, right? I'll really get into this sort of, whoa, that was bright. Yeah, so I'm definitely work on camera stuff.
Yeah. One Shelby corner.
Yeah. Well. Oh, yeah, recycled paper. I do my bit for everyone. Question 1: what did Captain or Colonel Tom achieve to raise his 32 million for the NHS charities? It was 100 lengths of his garden. It was 100 lengths of his garden. And yes, I think it was 32 point something million. Absolutely amazing. Question 2: which brothers finally achieved mankind's quest to fly? You got bonus point if you got the year, but it was the name of the brothers I was looking for. It was the Wright brothers in 1903. The Wright brothers in 1903. Is it really? Okay. Yeah, I do believe he is right with that answer, though, isn't he?
Which one?
That one. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, what was the question?
Well, what was it called? Look, I put the Blitz.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I would accept both.
Okay. Right, she's accepting both. She's got the final say. Question
I think people
3.
who put Blitzkrieg are like, I really know the answer. But you can have
but you could put that on there, and I'll be like, oh, okay. So what? Montgolfier balloons. Oh, that must be right. That must be right.
I don't know what that means.
What's the right answer here? I can have it. There's something I don't understand. Correct. Well done. Right, moving on quickly. Question 3. Who coined the phrase that's one step for man, one giant, that's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind? The answer was Neil Armstrong. Neil Armstrong. Question 4. Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay were the first to reach the Everest summit, but when did they achieve this? Was it 1950, 1957, or 1953? I'm going to try and finish before 9, Mum, if you stop asking questions. The answer was 1953, and he did it on May the 29th. May the 29th. Right, question 5. Question 5. What was the first ever vaccine created? It was for smallpox. Question 6. What is the current 100-meter men's world record time? For a bonus point, you got the name. It was Usain Bolt in 9.58 seconds. Question 7. Who is the current 100-meter? No, that was question 6. Who is the most followed person on Instagram? It is Cristiano Ronaldo with 270 million followers. What a guy. Question 8. What was the first ever text message sent? The message was Merry Christmas to the chief director of Vodafone, actually, from someone's computer. Question 9. Which was the first country in Europe to allow women to vote? Was it Sweden, Finland, or Norway? The answer was Finland. We actually had, who was the first country to vote, allow women to vote the whole world?
Yeah.
Not so long ago.
Yeah.
And that was New Zealand. So we thought we'd try Europe. Mix it up a bit. Lastly, what?
To listen carefully to the question.
Yeah. Listen carefully, people. Question 10, lastly. What was the first ever Walt Disney film? I gave you 3 options. Some people didn't even use them. But the options were Cinderella, Snow White and 7 Dwarfs, or Jungle Book. The answer was Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. Winning. Right, then we go on to, this is a very random round. This one I actually enjoyed doing.
Oh, yeah, I like this one.
No, thanks.
That was good.
Yeah, it's good. I was chuffed with it. Right, so the average person, question 1, the average person does what 13 times a day? Laugh. They laugh 13 times a day on average. Well, on cue, well done. She's above average.
Yeah.
Yeah. Question 2. An American does what on average 22 times a day? It is opens the fridge. They open the fridge on average 22 times a day. Not all, it's just average. So not trying to be anything against Americans. Question 3. What is the most common colour of toilet paper in France? Was it yellow, blue, or pink? Apparently it's pink. Question 4. Which famous British writer coined the word and created the word vomit? I won't take eat. Actually, if you've only got a couple of points, then yeah, take eat. I'll take it. I don't want you feeling bad. No, it's in general, Mum. It's in general life. So which famous writer is William Shakespeare coined and created the word vomit? So William Shakespeare. Question 5. True or false? Can you sneeze in your sleep? Now, how many people tried that during this? How many tried
I wouldn't know
it?
though. It's like if a tree falls in the forest and no one can hear it, does it make a noise?
Yeah, but if like Pinocchio lied
No,
about that one, that's like the Pinocchio. I know, it's amazing. Right, it's false. You can't, apparently. Probably due to years and years of sleeping studies. Dull job. Which European country has 158 verses to its national anthem? The answer was Greece. Greece has 158 verses. Someone was getting paid per letter, I think, for that one.
That's where they went bankrupt.
Yeah. Oh, well done. Very good. Good point. In number 7, if you dug a hole through the centre of the Earth, starting from Wellington in New Zealand, which European country would you end up in? Spain, Portugal, or France? The answer is Spain, directly.
I was trying to imagine it and I couldn't.
Oh, well, don't imagine it. It's just a fact.
I thought it'd be like over there.
Nah. Question 8. It is illegal in Texas to put what on your neighbour's cow? The answer is graffiti. Can't graffiti your neighbour's cow. What is the world coming to when you can't graffiti your neighbour's cow?
Thou shalt not.
Graffiti a cow on my neighbour's field. Right, this one I enjoyed. The UK's Dyslexia Research Trust is based in which British city? It's Reading. So the UK's Dyslexia Research Trust is based in which British city? It's Reading. It's based in. Knickers for the cow. Oh, well, yeah. No, it's not bras and knickers, sorry. I'm sure that'll probably be illegal in some state, but question 10. In which country are there 6 villages called Silly, 12 called Billy, and 2 called Pratt? The answer is France. France. We'll smash it through this. We've got 15 minutes for 3 more rounds. Go, people. We're going to smash through this. Smash through this. Come on, right.
People need to warm up their voices as well.
I'm warming them up all night. They're just sitting there answering questions. Have you got the words?
No.
I only know like the first 2 lines.
I assumed it was on TV.
Oh, well, I thought we were standing outside. Oh, shush. Right, the day is famous for what? 12th of Feb is either International Day of Women and Girls Science or National Productivity Day. It is National Productivity Day. I won't accept Birmingham. No, it's Reading. It was a bit of a joke, but it's actually true. Reading. So the answer is National Productivity Day. The International Day of Women and Girls in Science is actually the 11th of Feb. April 26th, number 2, is famous for being World Intellectual Property Day or World Malaria Day. It's actually World Intellectual Property Day. World Malaria Day is on the 25th of April. See, that's one of your 13 laughs today, Jake. Well done. On the question 3, on June the 1st, you could celebrate World Food Safety Day or World Milk Day. The answer is World Milk Day. It's celebrated on the 1st of June. And World Food Safety Day is apparently on the 7th. Question 4, you might also celebrate on June the 15th World Blood Donor Day or World Wind Day. In fact, World Blood Donor Day is on the 14th, so the correct answer is World Milk Day. Who would have needed a milk day? No, Wind Day. Sorry, Wind Day. World Wind Day. So I don't know what that is. If everyone goes outside and just blows.
Those bubbles.
Yeah, bubbles. Bubbles. Question 5. July the 15th is a special day in the UK, but what do we celebrate? Is it World Youth Skills Day or my birthday? For the very clever people out there, The answer was both. Both.
What?
I know, right?
What a day to be born.
I know. And I also found out that really interesting stat that it's like the Prime Minister of Dubai.
Yeah.
His birthday is my birthday.
Crazy.
No, I know. Special times. Anyway, where was I? Question 6. If I head back to June again, June 21st is now either National Selfie Day or Father's Day. Which one is it? It's actually the Selfie Day, because the Father's Day changes a little, as always, because it's the third Sunday of June. So it could be a 21st potentially. But anyway, this is National Selfie Day. Number 7, International Day of the Disappeared, which I found quite random. Of the Disappeared. International Day of the Disappeared is celebrated on which day? Is it 30th of August or February the 29th on a leap year?
What does that mean?
What do you mean?
They have disappeared.
Well, that's what it's named. It's named the Day of Disappeared. It's celebrated on. It's actually on the 30th of August, not a leap year. Because that's where I went with it.
Yeah, no, I
throw
love
out,
that.
yeah, throw it off there. That day disappears. Yeah. Glad you got it. That's why you're so clever. Right, schools start back, and apparently now I'm buying presents on this day because you didn't know about it. The start of September for every new year. Oh, well, good for you, Mim. I'll speak to your mum. I'm sure your mum's listening. But when is National Teachers' Day? Is it the 3rd, 4th, or 5th? Apparently, it's the 5th of September. National Teachers' Day.
Remember the
5th of September. Anyway, when you thought you couldn't have had any more random days to celebrate on the 19th, of September, you could celebrate which of these days? Is it the World Hello Day, or is it International Talk Like a Pirate Day? And apparently it's Talk Like a Pirate Day. So I look forward to seeing lots of people on the 19th talking like a pirate. International Talk Like a Pirate Day.
19th
of September. That'll be a fun day in school for you. But World Hello Day is actually on the 21st of November, in case you were worrying about what day that was. Say hello to everyone. Question 10. An important part of the household items has its very own celebration day on the 19th of November, but what part of your household will you celebrate on the 19th of November? Is it World Toilet Day, World Shower Day, or World Oven Day? It was the World Toilet Day. We don't celebrate our toilet enough, I don't think. It takes so much shit from us. It really does.
That's gross.
I know, right?
How would you even celebrate that?
I'd clean it.
You should clean it more than once.
Yeah, I'm hoping you do. Anyway, question 5. Question 5, round 5, final round. We're doing well. We've got 10 minutes. 10 minutes, 2 rounds. We'll do the anagram as well. All right. Question 1, the first ice hockey. Thanks. Dad joke was appreciated. Thank you. The first ice hockey puck was made out of what? In fact, it was a frozen cow dung. And by the way, Bobby, that wasn't rehearsed, was it?
What?
That toilet joke.
No.
No. Didn't rehearse that.
Off the cuff.
That is improv at its very best. Anyway, moving quickly on for this. Which sport is played by the LA Lakers, the New York Knicks, and apparently the Toronto Raptors? It's basketball. Someone was also saying, well, what about the Raptors?
Oh.
Moira, mainly, because she was whinging that we didn't include calendar in this quiz.
Shouting from the rafters.
No, Raptors, not rafters. You really know nothing about sport.
I know.
This is why you don't take part in sport round. No. Right. Who ran the first ever 4-minute mile? For question 3. It is Roger Bannister. Question 4. Which popular sport did Mark Twain and apparently Winston Churchill allegedly call a good walk spoiled? The answer is golf. Question 5. What sport is called the Sport of Kings, in which players cannot play left-handed and is played in the time periods called chukkers? The answer is polo. Marco? Thank you. A wife-carrying festival is held annually in Finland, the place of the first European female voters. Amazing. See, I linked all in there.
It's like, we'll let you vote, but we're also going to carry you around.
Yeah. Anyway, so a wife-carrying festival is held annually in Finland and requires a man to negotiate a 253.5 meter course while carrying the wife on their back. The major prize is their wife's weight in reindeer, herring, or beer? The answer is beer. So question 7. Famous English cricketer Freddie Flintoff has a world record. He actually had 15 at one point for doing what with his bum in 30 seconds? Was it crushing 24 melons, breaking 42 eggs? No, it wasn't. It was actually popping 30 balloons. Question 8. What is Muhammad Ali's real name? It was Cassius Clay. Cassius Clay. You knew that one.
Yeah.
Good. Question 9. In which sport do competitors refer to catching a crab? The answer is rowing. And then the spin it all round, bring it all full circle. Played it really well, didn't I? Start with VE Day round, finish with a VE Day question.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah. Linking it up. Which was the first senior English football team to play a match on German soil following VE Day? The answer was, and this one you got right.
I guessed this one.
No, you knew it.
No, I didn't. Oh, yeah, I did.
Useless. Try and give you some credibility here. Anyway, so the answer was Liverpool. They actually played 2 matches against the British forces less than 3 months after VE Day. So there you go. Right, last bit was the anagrams. Look at that, we're smashing it. We're going to be outside singing in no time.
7 minutes.
7 minutes. I'm not trying to rush you people, but let's keep the pens going. Number one was Microsoft for the anagram round. Number 1 was Microsoft. Number 2 was Mercedes-Benz. I'm just hoping I have no spelling errors in here or letters missed out.
Yeah.
Just waiting for that. Number 2, yes. They're all gone very quiet.
Because they're concentrating marking.
Oh, right, are they? Sorry.
6 minutes.
6 minutes. Okay. Panic. Number 2 was Mercedes-Benz. Number 3 was American Express. Number 4 was Volkswagen. Number 5 was Panasonic. Number 6 was MasterCard. Number 7 was Harley Davidson. Number 8 was Ralph Lauren. I'm smashing this.
Mm-hmm.
Number 9 was Starbucks. And number 10 was McDonald's.
Yay! Maybe see you next week.
Well, they all asked to do it next week.
Did they?
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah, it was nice. Nice touch. Right, so that's all the answers. Don't kick yourself too hard. You need to go outside and sing in 2 minutes, and I hope to hear you, Jonesy. 43 again. I thought I gave it a little bit easier this week. I gave bonus points and everything. So yeah, please please share, invite friends, invite families, colleagues, anyone. But yeah, it's not masses. Don't need the masses. It's just more fun. But it's more fun with a few more people playing along. I'm loving the Zooms and the WhatsApp groups that go on in the background. Nice. And based on the emails and the messages today, I'll be back next week. So anyone, email me with any suggestions, email me with any ideas, please just throw them out there. I'll see what I can do. Hopefully we will meet again. Sarah Bags. That's very good. That's good. Well done. Bang on. Well done, Sarah. We will meet again. Thanks, guys, for coming on, putting up with our dulcet tones and most of the outfits. I will see you next week. Drop me emails with any ideas, please. Or any feedback. Feedback's always good. Don't forget to like and share. Like and share the love. Only 33. Sarah, don't worry. It's always room for improvement next week. Think about it that way. Yeah, Jake, you're lucky, Jake. You're too far away, I think. Too far away, Jake, unfortunately.
We can give you the mic.
Yeah. See you all next week. Now, hear you sing. No, I'm not singing. We're going. Have a great bank holiday weekend, guys. Hope you're enjoying it. Hope the sun stays out for everyone. Lots of love. And I'm going to go and bash myself outside.
Bye.
Bye. See you guys later. Bye. Boom. Oh no, I didn't end it. Now I'm ending it. There we go. End.